Let's get this started tonight, everybody, yeah? Let's do it, let's do it. We did not make the playoffs last night because, of course, we didn't. But we did potentially draft our next Ryan Miller, our hopeful next franchise caliber goaltender, Bryant Ryan. Did I watch the FHM 10 reveal? I did. Again, the game's still got a ways to go, I think, to be where it would be really nice to see it. But it is getting better. And Megalodon, yes, everything's good. Sorry, I was looking at a Word document I knew I had to open up. Gotta remember the star system. Again, it's simple. Red is low, gold is medium, green is high. In terms of the modern system. We essentially still have the star system, everybody, I promise. It still exists. It's the same thing. It's just technically like, oh, that's medium top 4. Could be high top 4, you know. And then technically, I think that was the medium elite and the franchise is the full 5, so yeah. All right, really quickly. What do we want to do with our goalies? Bryant Ryan cannot be sent to the AHL. But is he good enough to be our goalie immediately? The answer's probably no. We know we can let go of Tegan soccer or whatever the hell it is because he was a depth player. And Jack Krogh absolutely sucks. Got Amara and Grossa. Can Amara play in the AHL? Yes. Might be the only chance we have of developing him. So went to a Silver Tips game last night. There were 2 fights, a hat trick. I got a free t-shirt and they won 6-2. I mean, Nick, that's pretty much the peak of junior regular season hockey you can watch, huh? What? I said watch, right? For the record, I am so tired tonight. I'm so tired. But not tired enough to go to bed. I'm just, like, overtired. It's brutal. So I am going to misspeak, stumble, and stammer all night. Bear with me. Or I'll catch a second win and we'll be fine. I don't know what to do in goal. I don't know what to do. I do agree that Ryan could kind of hold off on being signed. We can sign Dave Amara and just immediately put him in the AHL. Just don't know about the RFA, so we'll come back to that. Defense. Oh boy. Let go of Carlo Koliakovo. Fair enough, Bagel. There was Troy Bonvie, who we drafted. Canadian, though, so we can't sign him this year. Harry Hilbert, we might as well sign him and just see if he develops. Why not? Let's bring him in. Alexandrov kind of sucks. Saint-Denis kind of sucks. Tundress definitely sucks. Man, we have quite a few people on this team that suck, huh? It's a good thing. Oh, man. Wow. Mondador's overall fell off. Good lord. It's a good thing that our scout has improved recently. Draisaitl hasn't improved in 2 years. 1 rookie of the year, and he hasn't improved. Fair. What's going on? I'm doing good. All right. So we know Tyson Bailey's going to stay. That's fine. Battle cry from? It's from a Game Grumps episode. Jace Howard-Luck we're going to want to keep. Antoine Vermette. Anton, you can go. Zenon Kanopka. You can go. Chris Newberry. You can go. Fred Grant. Canadian. Not going to sign him. Not going to sign him. Keep Colby Cave around. You know, we'll keep Colby Cave around. So left wing side, we are going to let go of Bolesky for now. Safronov definitely has to stay. Mills, what's up, man? Barbashev's got to stay. All the clips tonight. Draisaitl's got to stay. Saprakin's got to stay. I mean, there's just there's a lot. There's a lot to do. Benjamin Beaverson will keep you two. just because we need frickin' players on this team. Then right wing side, we did acquire Emerson Etem. The Edom. We'll try to go 4.5 over 3 years if we can. If we can. Dabrowski's having some fun tonight, huh? Kyle Clutterbuck, the Buttercup, can go for now. Steve Downey can definitely go. Steve Fallon. Go ahead and sign Steve Fallon for the Halibuts. Goodness. And then defense. We know we got to qualify Walser and McAllister. Couldn't sign Bonvy. Let's sign Hilbert. Let's sign him. Keep Alexandrov for the hell of it. Deal it to Hilbert. Pickenin sucks. Saint-Denis, we might as well keep him. I mean, unless we find prospects on the free agent list who are better, we might as well try to develop some of these guys. Gordy Bishop. All these guys who just have way too low of overalls to actually become anything. Even Jonathan Foote, probably. Let's advance a day, actually, really quick. Really quickly. $58 million in cap space. That won't last, but it's nice to see it. Adam signed, Hilbert, Bishop, Fallon, Saint-Denis, and O'Mara. Makarov's cheap to qualify. Evans is cheap to qualify. Auger is cheap to qualify. Gives us 6 goalies right now because we're not going to worry about signing Grosek or Ryan for the moment. Anybody else we wanted to sign? We'll let go of Justin Steos. We won't go ahead and sign anybody else. We should be okay. I mean, I'm cool with a lot of these guys being RFAs, so we can kind of get an open look in free agency. I guess now Yakupov is stuck around with Edmonton. That would have been a nice free agent signing, but what are you going to do? Do the Oilers retool, rebuild if they're below 500 by the deadline? I would like to think so. At the same time, if I was an Oilers fan, I don't know if I'd have any hope that if Ken Holland's, especially if Ken Holland's the GM by then. Again, I still can't believe he's there. I just can't believe it. It doesn't make sense to me. It's depressing to see the Oilers start off so slow. Because it's bad news in terms of seeing the best player in the world do well. If you have a kid or kids, Tookie, make sure they don't like any of the music you like, or they'll likely ruin said groups for you. I mean, sure. Elaborate. How so? How are they going to ruin it for me? Akrov is ours. Varlamov is ours. Let's go UFAs. Actually, really quickly, RFA. Yeah, none of these guys are going to be worth signing. Yeah, Malcolm Subban ended up developing. A little bit, at least. Given that crazy-ass potential. Did I draft Malcolm in this reality? No, it's right. He was still a Bruins pick. I think it was the year before. There is nobody to be signed here. Not that I need a goalie right now. My kid ruined Green Day for me because he listened to them nonstop. So what you have to... Well, then there's no winning. Because then what are you going to do? Share music that you don't like? And then you got to listen to your kid listen to music you don't like all the time. So there's no winning. There's just no winning in the scenario that you've crafted. I'm not signing him. There's no way. No way. Can you let's retool with McDavid and Draisaitl still on the roster? Yes, but they're rapidly running out of time. Old Draisaitl's not signed for too much longer. There's really not a defender to sign here either. I don't think it's looking too good on the prospect front here. Charles-Éric Lagarde. Curtis Volk, yeah, prospect-wise, it is pretty barren. let's figure it out from there then with the actual signings that we might need. Turns out we weren't able to make much progress. So from the goalie perspective, Andrei Makarov, what we'll probably end up doing is penciling in certain RFAs and then seeing if they just take the qualifying offer to save money. So in theory, it is Makarov and Williams, Whitney as well. Someone's going to have to go. Oje, Markkanen, and O'Mara in the AHL. So there's not much we can do for goalies. Defensively, we're going to have Walzer and McAllister, who I think is worse by a point. Lukowicz, and then we don't know if Fort Meyer's ready, which sucks. So really I need 2 defenders at least. The AHL is going to be Vigilante and Dyson Mayo. We have Alexandrov and Hilbert. Then we have Saint-Denis and Gordy Bishop. And I guess it's a good thing I didn't sign anybody else because that's pretty much it for the defense. There's Musselwhite there too, but he's not very good. So that's pretty much fine. At least at the AHL level. Right wing side. Right wing side. We have... Let me see. Let's set this up properly. We are going to have Tarasenko, Emerson Edom, and then we're going to need 2 other dudes. AHL-wise, it'll be Labriere, Crab, and Fallon. So we're going to need at least 1 AHL right wing. Left wing side. Feels safe to pencil in Safronov. We still have Draisaitl and Barbashev. And then Saprikin should pretty much be good to go. I would like to think he'll develop. So AHL, man, it's still a lot of the same guys who just aren't improving enough. Daniel, Kavanaugh, Beaverson. I mean, these are guys that have been in the AHL. I think this is their 3rd year in a row. So we're going to need a random left wing. And then at center, it is Ty Bailey, Connor McDavid, Zemgus Girgensons, Jace Howerluck. AHL, for the hell of it, can be Boyd Gordon because he's already on the team. We got Nelson, Colby Caves. Yeah, we need some signings here. We need some signings to fill out this roster. Let's see what we can do. 28 players under contract, $53 million in cap space. We go for wingers. Again, there's no real good prospects. Could just go for the best players available, or go for essentially role players. Let's take a look. Teddy Purcell, very, very well-rounded. Very well-rounded. Hulk, I would give you my thoughts, but we talk about it on the podcast, and I'll save that as a tease because that'll be out tomorrow. Clutterbuck is so defensively responsible. So is Brendan Gallagher, for that matter. I can't really go wrong with any of the top 3. Given the fact that Gallagher is only 27. It's not too bad. We have the money to spend. So let's go for Teddy Purcell. I can afford to pay him a little bit more than most teams can. Nighthawk, what's up? I'm doing okay. We'll also go... See, the thing is, though, Brendan Gallagher would then be on the 4th line. But you know what? I don't even care. It's not like I got to worry about developing him. It just means I have a really good 4th line. So let's overspend for Brendan Gallagher. Defensively, I need the top 2 I can get. So Ian Cole, we have had you on one of my teams before. You're coming back, buddy. We need a defender. And then we need 1 more dude. Keith Ali, fabulous he. Decent skater. Obviously, like all defense, physicality. You have Theo Peckham, who was all defense, all physicality. All good wheels. And then Nick Grossman, who is all defense and physicality. Damn. Eric Jelena. Jelena has good passing. 85 offensive awareness. Brock Bukaboom. Mobile defensive defenseman. Summers, a mobile defensive defenseman. Let's go for Jelena. I feel like that offensive touch he has is something that we're missing. We'll go for Jelena. So that should be the NHL taken care of. We need an AHL level fourth line right wing, but we can do that after because it's probably going to have to be a group of cap whales. And we still have dudes that we have to sign. Medium elite DFD with gold X Factor, medium franchise with no gold. Depends on the game. If you're playing 24, go for the franchise because he'll develop an X Factor. All right, we landed all of our free agent targets. Now we just kind of have to wait out our RFAs. But we did get some improvements on this team. So I don't hate that. On 23, go with the medium elite then. Depending on starting overall in age, though, too. You know, I'm playing 22. Well, you just typed 23. Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you sure you know what game you're playing? Actually, it's NHL 17. Take the 20-year-old. Overagers were OP. Take the oldest player you can. None of us are okay. Fucking facts. Eric Williams. We might as well match the offer and then trade him. So that's fine. So we'll bring back Eric Williams. Trade Tanner second to Vancouver in 24 for a first, a second, and Brock Besser. That might mean the trade values are just a little bit screwed up. Just a bit. Just a little bit. Wow. I can't believe people aren't offer sheeting Emil Walser. Had to open my mouth, huh? Yeah, we're not giving him up for a first, a second, and a third. No way. Emil, welcome back. That was impeccable timing. Bailey, Makarov, McAllister, Safronov, Barbashev. All 5 of those top 5 belong to us. I feel like I can let Makarov go. We know we have our goalie of the future. We just need to give him a year or two until he's ready. The question is Makarov good enough in the meantime to get us into the playoffs? He hasn't been. I'm going to take that second round pick for Andrei Makarov. Actually, hold on. Let me wait the 6 days. I do need to check his trade value. There is a chance that he is more valuable than that. Oh, yeah, I'd be getting robbed for a second round pick. Yeah, we will, we'll be matching that deal. We'll be matching that deal and then trading him away. I had a suspicion his value was worth more than that pick would have been. So, Wheels, I don't know. There's another patch coming out tomorrow. Let's match that offer. Mr. Makarov, welcome back. We still got 4 RFAs left. I can't believe they haven't signed. It's bizarre to me. Very, very bizarre. All right. Well, 5 years under contract here in Buffalo. We haven't made the playoffs yet, which is not ideal. Bryant Ryan went up by another 2 points in the offseason. Now's the time. He's listed as a minor league backup goalie. Really? I'm signing him. I have a full roster for goalies. Okay. I wasn't sure if that actually was still a thing at this point. Turns out it is. Mr. McAllister. Let's go ahead and sign you. Also, Bonvy had a birthday. So we can sign Bonvy and should be able to put him in the AHL. Pickenen sucks. Tubert sucks. Foot sucks. A lot of those dudes just absolutely suck. Right wing side, nobody. Left wing side, Safronov. Let's just give him what he wants. Give Barbashev what he wants. And then Mr. Bailey, give him what he wants, which is a lot of money. Carnage, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? All right, let's get these dudes signed. One more day, or was that it? Okay, I think that was it. So let us double check then. Everyone that we want signed is signed. Good. All right. So if we take a look at what this team is going to be, I need to see other players improving. It's Makarov and Williams. Dude, Makarov's an 84 and listed as a backup. That's insane. That's insane. We need to clear out some of this goaltending talent. O'Mara needs to play this year. So, fair enough, Carnage. Fair enough. This might be the first year you didn't need cap whales. We won't need that many, at the very least. Some goalies have to get moved out. Defensively, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ortmeyer didn't get better. That's very disappointing. I'm going to need another defenseman. There are just some players, man, where it looks like they're going to be able to develop, and it just doesn't happen. All right. Free agent list. Do we have, anybody out there in terms of NHL caliber defenders? Thomas Pavelka is the closest that we have, and then there's a bunch of 79s, including Reese Scarlett. It's not bad. Not very good for an OFD. Corrente, Matthias Bachmann can't skate. Warrior, as you should. Ryan Wilson, Christopher Breen, whole lot of physicality there. And then Pavelka, an offensive defenseman who has 77 passing. That's a shame. So yeah, we are going to have to find that defender that we're looking for, probably via trade. I mean, right now, so far, Keith Ballard's obviously the best that we've seen. Dan Girardi, but he's 35 and pretty expensive. Mark Giordano. What's Mark Giordano look like? In this reality, he's still damn good. Damn good. What about Dan Girardi? I mean, there's no way I can afford the trade for Dan Girardi. He is damn good, though. He is damn good. Carolina, Alex Simmons, Steve Ott, Duncan Keith. Damn. There are some pretty good defensemen available. Kevin Bieksa. Practice. He can teach the Sabres. You know, we can practice raising the Stanley Cup, so maybe we can make the playoffs a little bit. Fleischman and Andy Green in Florida. Montreal, nobody. Nashville. Kovalchuk still trying to be moved by the Devils. 88 overall. He's got, what, 6 years left? Yeah. Damn. Ian White, Klesla, Mahalik. No shortage of options for NHL caliber defenders. Ooh, Joe Pavelski. Not that he's a defender, but it's Joe Pavelski. Vancouver's still moving quite a few of the same players. Trevor Daley, Brooks Like. It's obviously a lot of veterans primarily. Our main bartering piece here is Makarov. At the same time, I don't know if I want to give him up this year, but we also know he's not our long-term guy, so similar to Ryan Miller, maybe it does make sense to move on from him. Teddy Purcell has some good value. Saprikin. The best guy that we can move to make a deal for a defender is Makarov. Anaheim would require a draft pick. Do I want to aim for higher than Keith Ballard? I don't see how I could possibly pull this off. Unless I would have risked my first round pick to say there's no way we're not going to make the playoffs. This would certainly be a letter of intent to get the best defenseman on the open market. I mean, it could be the him and Walser pairing that leads us to a Stanley Cup. Makarov in a first for Dan Girardi. They took it. They took it. Not the first time I've traded away my own first round pick. The last time I did it proved to be a pretty bad mistake. We'll see if this time is the same. But now we have Walser, Girardi, Cole and McAllister, Jelena, and Lukowicz, and can send Ortmeyer down to the AHL for the rest of the season. And that also opens up a roster spot to sign us a goalie. And it is putting a lot of pressure on this young man's shoulders right out of the gates. But Bryant Ryan is our guy. And we go where this goaltender takes us at this stage. Even if he's not the man yet, he will be. We go where Bryant Ryan carries us. We'll run him in a tandem with Eric Williams this season, so he won't be the outright starter, but he will get plenty of playing time. I need to move on from Whitney and OJ. So let's see if we can do that really quickly as we continue to try to set up this team. But we're going to have Bryant Ryan on the NHL roster immediately. Hopefully, I don't regret that. If this guy doesn't develop, I'm going to cry. Whitney and OJ, I doubt anybody wants you to. And I am correct in that presumption. Washington, you need goalies. How about a 6th rounder? Thank you very much. There you go. Prove your goalie depth. I get rid of 2 guys I don't need. We all have a Merry Christmas. Defensively, again, we have the 6. We'll have to see kind of what the AHL defensive situation is in a minute. Right wings, we're good. Left wings, obviously we got to bump up Saprikin. For Kavanaugh, drop Daniel down. And then it's center, McDavid, Bailey, Gergensons, Howard-Luck. We'll try Howard-Luck on the 4th line first, because if he doesn't work, we always have a veteran like Boyd Gordon that can kind of step in there. So in taking a look at the team and the lines, I do still think we're going to need those 4th liners. We're going to. Edmonton, blow it up, start by trading Nurse. Good luck trading that Darnell Nurse contract. Dude makes $9 million a season. You know what? You're going to have to give up Connor McDavid to get someone to take Darnell Nurse. I don't mind Darnell Nurse, but he is overpaid at the moment. American hero, Bobby Butler. Who's the veteran? Let's go for Jordan Tutu. Jordan Tutu. Let's give you some money here. We got $20 million in cap. So let's do that. Darnell Nurse for Seth Jones. That would be a bad trade for Chicago. Ask me what defender I'd rather have right now. The answer's Seth Jones. Things change quickly. Left wing, veteran, Stefan Veilleux. Moose moves. The Moose moves. What's going on? Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome in. So again, let me get in a whole bunch of trouble for signing cap whales. We'll sign Stefan Veilleux to about $5 million. And then, at center, the veteran. You know, Chris Newberry, we already gave you a bunch of money. Let's go for Daryl Boyce, Leafs legend. Daryl Boyce. And we'll pay him. We're up to $10 million out of $20 million. Another 5 should do it. Another 5 should do it. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, Ken Holland's not on a great path to be very well beloved in Edmonton. Quite the opposite in actually. He's exactly on track to be quite hated. All right. Let's see these cap whales sign these contracts. Please and thank you. There we go. Wouldn't Nurse for Jones just be arranging deck chairs on the Titanic? In a way, yeah. In a way. Again, I still think based off of the season he had last year, you probably look at Seth Jones as the better player currently. I do like Darnell Nurse a lot. He's an offensive defenseman who hits like a truck. That's just a fun player to have. But when he plays poorly, it's pretty bad. You know? All right, let's see. The Buffalo Sabres for this season. If we go on the left wing side, Safronov. Ooh, what do I want to do? Draisaitl, McDavid, Tarasenko, Safronov, Bailey, Edem. Barbashev, Gergensons, Purcell, Saprikin, Howard, Luck, Gallagher. That's a pretty competent forward lineup. We're obviously missing a dominant left wing, but Safronov is getting there quick. Defensively, Walser, Girardi, Cole, McAllister, Jelena, Lukovic. This might be, aside from the goaltending, because we're banking on a rookie and Eric Williams, this might be the most competent team that we've iced yet. So we got Daniel, we got Kavanaugh, we got Beaverson, and then Veilleux. And then for our centers, Gordon, Nelson, Boyce. We'll take out Schofield for Colby Cave. And right wing side, Wah needs to come out for Labriere. I always want to say Labriere. Labriere, we have Lego. Who needs to be out of the lineup for Crab. And we got Fallon and Tutu. There it is. Defensively, Ortmeyer. Vigilante Mayo. Hilbert. And then whoever really the top defender is at this point. Looks like Alexandrov. Can be in for Biega. The goalies. Markkanen and Amara. I think we're set. And again, I do think in some ways it's the best team we've been able to put together. And it better be, because I traded a first-round pick for Dan Girardi. It better be the best team that we've had yet.